I haven't done a video in a while, in a very long time actually, and it's been a little while since I actually drew anything, or animated at all actually. But it's good to be back because I actually have some time now and I can actually just kind of relax and draw a little. So I'm thinking that today I will draw maybe Mocha Akashiya from Rosaria Vampire, and let's actually make her fight someone in a flowery field. Maybe she's gonna be fighting Alucard, Dracula, from not the Netflix series, but from the actual PlayStation game. So it'll be my rendition of it. And forgive me, I haven't drawn in a long time, a very long time. So, the heck with it. Let's just go for it. So, Mocha, I believe. What stance should I actually be doing right now, though? Like, how are they gonna. What are they gonna be looking like? What's their pose? So, Mocha, if I recall correctly, she does her signature kick. It doesn't matter the direction. So, I'm gonna put her like right here. So her pose should be right around here. And her power hit right here. I believe we should turn a little bit more of the chest further away. So her chesticle is going to be right around there. And her other meh is going to be right there. And I believe usually when you kick, your shoulder goes up way over here. That means the head needs to change already. So the head's going to be right here. Right about right there. Arm, usually. Well, it depends on the person, but if it's going to be a real high power kick this way, then really elongated. Mm-hmm. The arm should be here. This arm is going to go that way. The leg. Power kick right there. I'm actually really glad that my camera is able to pick up the pen, the pencil, because this is a 0.3, and as you guys can see, it's that brand. I love this brand. The really great thing about these pencils, automatic pencil, is how much control I actually feel with this thing. The particular pressure is very sensitive, so you gotta learn to use it. It's not just like a regular pencil, like a regular school number 2. It's not like that. Those things are fat and really thick lines. I guess they're good for shading, but it really depends on the particular work that you're doing. If it's just something that you need to, there's the Princess Peach. Ooh, I think I should try Princess Peach doing something next time. I think I'll make the leg go a little bit even further out. There we go. Now it's coming out. And I think, actually no, I think I'm going to not just make it mocha, I think I'm going to make it generic vampire. I'm not liking the way it's not looking dynamic enough. So, how about a little bit more dynamic? Just more flatter over here. Let's see a little bit at the top. There we go. Now it's going to look much better. Elongate this one a little bit because shoes look a particular way. This should come out a little bit more, so we can actually see the angle over here. Skirt. I'm just kind of playing with it right now. I'm just trying to see what it should look like. Speed lines. Okay, so that's going to be her pose. Maybe the arm goes over here. We'll figure out the hair a little later. I'm not sure. I mean, there's so many options that I'm thinking about right now, and I'm not sure. I think I like the standing one slightly more. I'll figure this position out. But next, let's go ahead and draw the actual guy that she's trying to kick. Or did she kick him? Don't know yet. Let's find out. So, do we draw him? Like, you got hit right here. Or did he get kicked here? And his body just kind of went like Okay, I think I prefer... What about in the middle? Maybe we can make it in somewhere in the middle. Like right here. Okay. Or maybe out more. Let's go out more. Show a little bit of the face. Yeah, that one. Okay, so let's erase these guys. Okay. Erase that. And now let's make the outline for this guy. Okay, that'll work. Okay, so that goes there. This arm will just go back there, somewhere in the ether. Butt cheeks. His leg should be all the way like this, or this leg should be all the way over here. Yes, this works. All right. So, because I don't want to mess this one up as much, we're going to start with him first. So, lightly, very lightly erase, slightly. Always remember, erase very slightly when you're doing the outline, because you want most of the detail of what you're actually going to do, so you don't, unless you actually like really pressed hard on the paper. Well, this is mostly for myself anyway. Just trying to get back the skill that I had so long ago. And I think I'm going to start doing a lot more art stuff. I'm going to start really creating a lot more things. I haven't been able to do that for the longest time, like really ridiculously long. I think the last time I actually drew was like way back in 2021 or 2022. So this has been like really long. I ended up doing a sketchbook, kind of like a lesson thing, a while ago, maybe like over a year now, or right around a year, that I kind of did for someone, but that was like really rough stuff. So let's actually get started on this here. So his face, eyebrows first, nose, cheekbone. And I believe Alucard has long hair, and he's always had it. And it was white, but I'm not sure what they ended up doing in the Netflix version. I think they made him blonde, actually. Which doesn't make sense. Alucard has always had blonde hair. Not blonde, but white hair. So... mouth, teeth. Let's make his chin just slightly longer. Right about there. And his eyes should be a little bit higher. Eyebrows, sorry. So just this. And if I recall, he's always been a really beautiful man. Okay, that works there. And let's give him a little bit of slight shading. Now, I'm not sure whether or not I should give him closed teeth or open teeth, because usually when someone kicks you underneath, not usually, but pretty sure always, if someone would kick you in your mouth, your teeth close up. There we go. The blood is going to go right there, so he's getting kicked that way. So let's give him those traditional vampire pointy ears. You know, vampires actually used to be very hideous in olden times. And I think the very first person who actually started turning vampires into like really romanticized beautiful, or even not just beautiful, but human, was Bram Stoker. With the guy who acted as Neo in The Matrix when he was young. I forgot his name. There we go. This eye should be closed. Let's give an indication that he or she, I'm actually starting to think about changing it from a man to a woman here. is properly ready. There we go. Here I thought I was going to make it nice and quick and neat. It's actually turning out that this is going to end up being a little bit of a long video. Okay, I can make the hair kind of really wavy. Believe it or not, I'm actually thinking that whoever's going to watch this and many, many years later, people are going to claim that almost like, I'm thinking 70% of the art on social media, people are going to claim it's AI because they themselves don't know how to draw, and a lot of people actually aren't going to draw that much anymore. They're just going to put a prompt of what kind of art style they want, and it's just going to do it for them. Okay, so the shoulder was over here. Now, if this was on a computer, this would be much, much easier because I could just layer it. But this is not the case. And I'm pretty sure Alucard also had a cape, so we can actually stylize that a little. So if his cape is here, that means his cape would be going like that, and you'd see his elbow here. And then it would go like this. Cape would go here, go over the arm, breakaway here. We can use the inners right there. I don't want to cover the foot, but that's where the cape would go. Okay, so just like that. And Alucard had a very proper suit, so let's actually give him a very proper suit. Shoulder. Rib cage goes right there, so his ribs here. I think I'm going to make him fold in. There. Okay, so I can put one foot up at least so I can fill in some space. Hips right there. Let's put his hips right there. Okay, so let's start correcting this. Chest first. This hair first right there. Okay, so one thing's for sure. I'm gonna have to do the front hair first. And I'm sure that he's gonna have very fine hair. Whoa, that's a little too fat. Good for shading. Let's go with a 2. Let's go with the 2. I already know that this guy's hair is going to be the pain in the butt. Definitely a pain in the butt. Okay. Put that right there. My gosh. Why did I pick Alucard? It's the only vampire that came to mind, I guess. Well, I wonder how many people have had dreams and hopes of becoming comic book artists and manga artists and all that other stuff. And then they stop for a while, and then when they come back, they actually realize that they're better artists now than when they took a pause because they notice a lot more errors that they didn't notice beforehand. And that actually happens quite a bit, believe it or not. Happens quite a bit with artists. They step away, they come back, they're way better, unless you took a really ridiculously long break, and then when you come back, you're just your art style is like almost completely different. I've seen that happen, where if you look at some comic book artists, that they step away for a while, and then they come back, and lo and behold, their art style looks completely different. Now that might be an age thing, because artists, just like everybody else, you get older. And as you get older, your muscles in your arm alter. And even if you stay consistent with drawing, your art style evolves. Like, take a look at Frank Miller. His art style used to be incredibly detailed and incredibly, really beautiful. Like his Wolverine looked damn near like Clint Eastwood in one particular cover. And it was really shocking for a lot of people when he's doing his new Wolverine art, or if you can see it, I think you can. Even there's a video of it on social media, on YouTube and on Instagram Reels and all this other stuff. You could even put into Google Frank Miller art style then versus now, and it's like shocking at how much his art style has changed. And I think that it's just an age thing, because usually artists, their art over time gets better. But Frank Miller, I think, like his eyes, just like every other artist, even Rob Liefeld talks about how his eyes, he thinks they're going to go in the next 5 to 10 years, and he's not wanting to do LASIK, uh, because he says that he believes he's one of the unlucky people who is going to end up losing losing his eyesight completely if he did LASIK. And that does happen, believe me. Like it happens a lot more often than if you take into consideration like car accidents. People go blind over LASIK, and it's a complete disaster. And you can't sue them. You actually can't sue them if you lose your eyesight after getting laser eye surgery, because you ended up signing a waiver saying that you will not sue them, and you accepted the risk. So you're kind of screwed, dude. And you're permanently blind. No way to fix it. It's messed up. It's gone. This is a heck of a lot more hair than I wanted. But he's like Sephiroth. He's got a lot of hair. And let's draw the right there. Blah. I'm gonna make this into blood, not spit. Okay. Next is gonna be, well, I think I could use the number 2 to draw it. No, I'm gonna use should I use a 2 on his face? Let's go ahead and do it. I can always increase it. I can get away with using it on this right here. Okay, I'm not going to risk anything else on that. Now then, the face. Now I think I'm going to also do some shading and stuff with his hair. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and get that mug. Okay. Okay, and okay. There we go. All right, that's good enough there. Fine hairs over here. All right, that works. Right. Now then, the elbow, the shoulder, the folds, and the finer details. Stay still. Yeah. I'm going to be making a new comic book graphic novel once I get my skills back up to where I had them before I took this long, egregious, ridiculous break. Right, so let's get rid of this. All that right there. Right, so elbow goes here. Maybe I can make some tears and rips in it. Give myself some more extra work. So that we can see his arm underneath. this way. So that would be one really long arm, so it should cut off right there. This doesn't exist. There we go. That's much better. Okay. Kind of wanting to make this into a girl now. I'll make it into. I will. It's my art. So it's just two vampires fighting. Maybe it's Mocha getting kicked by someone else. Oh, Mocha never wore a cape. In that case, I could probably give some wings. That'll work. Okay. So we're going to use a 3 on this. No. It's closer, it needs to be bigger. Much bigger. C3. No, that's huge. Do I have something? I have a 5. Maybe a 5 will work. My God, this is an old pen. I think this pen is like maybe 4 years old. I bought this like 3 or 4 years ago. And Micron makes really good stuff because the ink is still in there. I'm not so sure about this, what's it called? Genial. I bought those because they were on sale. And my God, this is bad. This is a bad pen. But it's like, I wanted to try them out. Now here I am kind of regretting it. So, I guess stick to what you know, huh? Let's make some damage on here. There we go. Right. So I gotta figure out where I'm going to be coloring the hair. This is her wing, or at least part of it. Okay, and this one is going to be coming up there, so we're not going to see it. Alright, it's coming together little by little. So, what's a 10? What does a 10 look like here? Oh, I had. That is nice. That is beautiful. Much better. Much darker. Exactly what I need. Needed. Okay. This is working out. I'm sorry I'm not talking as much as I kind of want to. I'm just trying to focus on this here so that it can at least come out well after not drawing for like 5 years, 5 or 4 years. but it is coming out nice. It is, I think the inside's going to be red, but if I make it, I'll make it gray, just so that it's clear that it's not blood. This is the blood. So now it's time to draw her ta-ta-ta-ta-tas. That'll work. First, before I move in on that, I need to solidify what I'm drawing here. Kind of all over the place here with her. A little bit of there, a little bit of that, a little bit of that, but it is working, and I am liking the results so far after not drawing for so long. I didn't expect it to be going this smoothly, but it's already an hour or so. But what you gonna do? Okay, so her joint is gonna be right there. Maybe I'll draw her arm this way. So if that's the case, and if her neck is going this way, yep, right there. Okay. Let's get the folds first. And I think I'm going to give some damage also. So details. Gotta make it look overly detailed. Todd McFarlane, Michael Turner. Like those kind of guys, it blows my mind at how amazing their art holds up, no matter how many years. When you look at their stuff when they were in their prime, Todd McFarlane's still in his prime, but he doesn't really draw all that much anymore. Like he'll do the odd cover every here now and then, but like Michael Turner, like he was taken from us by cancer a long time ago, and to this day, I really wish that he would have done his Wolverine run that he had been contracted to do, and he never got the chance to finish that. Didn't even have a chance to begin on it. He got sick and got worse and worse, and it just sucks. Like he's the one that really inspired me to really excel in my art, and I'm still learning. I'm still getting there. And you know, that's that just happens sometimes. People are amazing, and then before you know it, they're gone, and you're just kind of like stuck with just what they had. And it's one thing for it to happen to like an artist or like a game developer that you really like, or or if it's like a family member, then that's like devastating. So I can't even imagine what his actual family said and did when they found out that his cancer was terminal. That's just really heartbreaking, you know. So if you've got someone that inspires you, uh, I never met the guy, I never knew him, but the people that worked with him at Image Comics, Rob Liefeld, um, Todd McFarlane, Mark Silvestri, like they said that he was a really nice guy, and I was hoping that one day I might be able to like meet him at a comic convention and pick his brain a little, maybe for 5 minutes, get some of his work signed. Then that would have been like peak fandom for me. But it didn't happen. This is going to be her cape from in the back. Gonna have to give more shading onto this thing too. This is gonna end up looking way more way more detail than I initially wanted. But it is turning out to be fairly more than I expected. I'm gonna have to color this thing too. And I don't know how much battery I have. Great, I got they are on another level. But everybody else uses AI. Even if they say they don't, and even if they say that they're against it, they use AI. I know for a fact of a certain number of artists who say that they don't use it, and they use it. And if you don't know what to look for, and even in most cases when you do know what to look for, you cannot tell the difference. You literally cannot. And they do it for a living, and it speeds up their art. It speeds up their workflow, and it just saves a massive amount of time. But everybody else that says that you shouldn't use AI, they can go stuff it. Like, sincerely, you can go and climb up a tree and stay on there, shouting from the top of your lungs, AI is crap, AI is crap. At the same time, behind people's backs, you yourself are using AI. So don't listen to anyone. If it helps you speed up your art style, and if it helps you do your job faster, because ultimately, as an artist or in any medium, when you are working, if you can use artificial intelligence to speed things up and still get the same result, if not better, then go for it. I have no problem with that. I actually encourage it. And that's just my personal opinion, and that's what I personally believe. You might believe different, but me personally, I think that if you can save time and do more storytelling, if you can save time and you can get more pages done, then why not? If you can make more stories for more people and people really like your stories that you're telling as an artist, then go for it. There's nothing wrong with that. I personally don't see a problem with it. Now, me personally, I'm doing it like this. And it's just a simple fact of I like control. But if you're someone who is okay with having a computer do the coloring for you, and you're okay with the minor mistakes and minor errors, or sometimes there are no errors and it looks really good. But if you are okay with having to do touch-ups, or you don't want to do touch-ups and you just want to pump out pages, because that's the name of the game is deadline. You gotta meet the deadline. So as long as you can do it, and as long as the result is to your liking, then more power to you. Go make that money. Get that story out. Get it out, and sell your books. Ultimately, that's what it comes down to, right? Sell your books. Now, there are studios like Image Comics. If they find out, and also I believe DC Comics and Marvel Comics as well, actually quite a significant number of comic book publishers. They say that if you are working for them and you want to make stories for them, if they find out that you are using AI for any part, literally any part of the creative process, they're going to blacklist you. If you're a nobody and they don't know who you are, and you have just started working for them, and if they find out that you're using AI on your stuff that you're submitting to them, they are going to blacklist you. I am not joking. Do not do it with them. Check their policies and find out before you start doing that, because I'm telling you right now, they are going to blacklist you. Now, there are other studios, much smaller, that they don't care. They just want you to get the books out. There are very few number of them, but pretty much the same is unanimous within the art community. If you're using AI to make your art and make your books, they don't like it, even though they're doing it themselves. I know for a fact that Marvel has been doing it with, I'm not going to name any names, but if you do your research, you'll find out that some artists have gotten into a little bit of trouble because they used AI. But there's also scenarios where artists, not only just regular modern artists, not artists that are new right now, that have been doing it recently, they have had their art that they draw like this by hand. They end up mistaking that it's AI. But I know a particular artist, quite a number of them actually, who have been making comic books and pictures and manga for years, years and years before AI came out, and even before YouTube became a thing. They have been doing this their whole life, and they have taken pictures and comics and manga that came out way, way, way back in like the 1980s era, and they put it into the computer, and the computer said, that's AI. How can it be AI if it came out in 1980s? See what I'm saying? It's not perfect. So usually it's really good. It's a really good idea to have evidence that you ended up doing it legitimately. And when I say legitimately, I mean you should have on your computer the line work, and then you should have another layer that shows the other stuff, like the coloring and the shading and all of it, you know? Because it's getting to that point where people are making accusations just because they want you out. They want you out because they want to have an unfair chance of getting their books read. But the thing is, in that situation, if people liked your stories and if people liked your style, you would have been popular by now if you would have been doing it for a significant amount of time. And if you have been doing it for a significant amount of time and people have not been looking at your stuff, then no. Even if you get rid of that other artist, people are not going to come to you. They're going to still stick with that artist. Yeah, he or she might end up losing some followers and some fans, but for the larger majority of it, he or she is going to still remain maintaining their fan base. And over time, people are going to come back, and it's going to go right back to where it was in the beginning. And by that time, they might have been able to clean up their name, and they're not going to like the boy or the girl that cried wolf. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to like the person who accused so many people, because that by then it's going to be obvious of what that person was doing. So now a little bit of a couple of lines here and there. I'm just, I think I'm going to be finishing. God, I'm not doing the background on this. I'm not doing the background on this. I was gonna, now I'm not. This has gone way too long, and I'm actually starting to wonder Where's my fiance? Why isn't she calling? Okay, so I think I'm going to use some gray here. Get her tattered, skin-tight spandex suit. But yeah, that's my opinion on it. And I think I'm going to be using YouTube primarily as an archive for my process of how I'm going to be creating my comic book, well, not really comic book, but my graphic novel, and also my my how to draw book. I'm going to be publishing that sometime coming up, because most of it is done. Like, most of it is done, finished. And I really want to get it out there because I worked really hard on it, and I still got some stuff that I need to do to finish it off, but it's pretty much considered finished. Okay, now the black. So that's honestly my opinion on it, and God, I'm hungry. I've been doing this, and I have been avoiding food because I want to get it done, because I haven't drawn in so long that I want to see it completed. But I'm also going to end up adding in some black on this right here now. And I gotta add some flesh color on her too. But yeah, that's just my thoughts. I know I'm thinking into the ether of nothingness, but honestly, that's my opinion on stuff when it comes to art and all that other things. Now, she's pale, so how's this look? That works. Works for me. So it's just some bruising. A little bit of blood here and there. And my fiance has texted me. So I'm gonna finish off her skin, and then we're gonna call it a day. Now, where did I put the black? Let's put... There we go. Some shading here. There we go. Some, make it look legit, you know? Okay. All right. the vampire has skin. Now I want to put some color on her right here. I really like it when women do that. And what else? Yeah, her eyebrows. There we go. And also blush. Women look better with blush. So a little bit of blush. Kind of feel bad for this girl now that she's so pretty. Oh my darling, oh my darling. There we are. But that's my style. I like sharp angles, beautiful women, and I'm never going to apologize for that. And a lot of the people who criticize artists for having attractive women, those people are usually grifters. They're grifting, and they're just trying to get some money for their opinion. And their opinion, the only people that like it are other people like them. And those people usually do not buy comic books or video games. So don't let those people's opinions get in the way of what you love, you know? Buy what you like. If someone's saying something that you don't personally like, let them talk. Buy what you want. Do what you came to do. And then go home and enjoy what you love. You were enjoying this hobby long before these people showed up. And if you're an independent comic book creator and you are going to be making a comic book and you don't have any help and you're doing your best, then just use AI to speed up the process, you know? But if you do have the time and you want to take full control of everything and then you want to look at it and say, I did that at the end of the day, then be patient. Nothing wrong with either one, in my personal perspective. But there are people who don't like that. So choose your battles. But ultimately, if you've learned anything, or whoever's listening to this now, those are just my thoughts, those are just my opinions. And opinions are like bun holes. Everybody's got one. And now, a little bit of this. I remember I ended up coming across some high gloss drawing paper, and when I was drawing on it, it was just amazing. It was the best thing that I had ever experienced. Because the colors just popped, the ink popped, everything just beautiful. And I thought I was going to be doing it regularly, but no. I came across it for free. And then I checked and I found out the actual price of it. That was not, I mean, I was doing it as a hobby for fun. I wasn't even making money off of it. So when I actually saw the real price, I was like, no, no, no. I'm going to stick to regular printer paper. Thank you very much. But now things are different. Now I'm thinking about going back to drawing on a computer. So yeah, that's that. There she is. And then a little bit of this for her thingamabob right there. And lastly, for her wings. Gotta give her the wings. I guess we're gonna stick to this. It's not a lot. It's just this edge right here, right? She's gotta have a membrane right there. Right. That's that for now. Nice little chat. There it is. All right, so how do I stop it?